I can't tell if I'm on yet, but I'm betting since that little blue line is coming across that I am. And there we go. And did I manage to get it in time? I sure did. Woohoo! Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Readings and Healings with Monika. I'm Monika Huppertz of Whole Heart Energy Healing. Wishing you a great day, great evening. Today is Tuesday, March 15th, 2022. And I have an exciting offer. I've been working on this in the background. And some of you might have already seen the posts. And I'm hoping that you're a little bit intrigued by the picture of the man smashing open the ATM. When there was something on Facebook, I think it was, and a man had bought actually this ATM off of another man. There was no key, so to access the money box and so on. And so the fella bought it as is, with the possibility of money being in it or not. And he took that sledgehammer and he whacked that thing to death and got his friends to help him out. And it was amazing. Yes, that there was money in there. I can't remember if it was close to $1,000, and I know he didn't pay $1,000 for it. So it was kind of interesting to watch, I mean, you never know what's in there, right? I enjoyed watching that. It was quite fun. Anyways, that got me to remember that picture is out there, and I found it, so I was glad I did. And then the rest has to do with a money program that I've been working on. I finally named it. I mean, I've sold it to other people and I've worked with other people on it, but I never had a name for it. And now, I don't know if it's clever or eye-rolling worth, but I call it ATMs, standing for Accessing and Transforming Your Money Stories. And the whole idea is to transform your story into your money miracles and then claim your ATM riches. And what it is I have a 5-step process. So let me tell you a little bit about it. I'm very excited to share it with you and see what you think. So I'm just going to get my paper out here, and I want to make sure I can still see that and see that, and then my paper as well. Holy moly. Can it be any more difficult? Looks like I'm channeling my inner Chandler. Could it be any more difficult? There we go. All righty. So I don't know about you, but I know I've had a ton of money stories growing up. Money influenced me as a child, and I'll bet money has been influencing you too. I mean, we have these stories from childhood. Parents pass them down to us. There's social teachings, television, personal experiences, observations. Money is an exchange, this for that, and it has ruled our lives planet-wide. I was watching a commercial for a video game, Empire of Power or some such thing, and the caveman got somebody to help him, and the guy that helped him wanted something in exchange for his services. And he pointed to the other woman, the man's, I'm assuming, wife, girl, woman. And he's, well, gives that woman a hug. You're not going to get the woman just for making the house for us, kind of a thing. No, he wanted the necklace. And then the necklace got exchanged for something else. And then he was able to build over the course of the video game bigger and bigger houses and so on like that. And it was interesting. It's been around forever. You do this for me, and in exchange, I give you that. I would say that almost gone are the days of the barter system. That used to be definitely our exchange, but now currency has, taken over that, and we have that exchange now, planet-wide. It is just planet-wide. And if you're like many people, a positive change in your money situation would be a welcome blessing for sure. Your debts could be paid off. You could afford some much needed necessities. Simple things you could start off with. Like I would love to get a new laptop. My little laptop here. Oh my goodness. Like I'm always in the red on the C drive, and I'm always having to delete things because it's just a little guy. It's just a little guy. My big guy ended up blowing up. As an energy healer, I exude a lot of energy, and unfortunately, electronics often pay the price for me. And then I have to pay the price for them to get them, get the new ones in. So that's my list. But I mean, how many times wasn't I able to, let's say, go to the dentist and get a thing done because I didn't have enough coverage or whatever it is? And I know many people have told me that was their story too. I mean, necessities, not even luxuries, for goodness sakes. And then wouldn't it be lovely to have, not only your debts paid off, but those luxuries too? You could leave an uncomfortable or despicable place that you're in, whether it's a job, whether it's the housing unit you're in, or you're living with, a bunch of roommates, and it is time for you to have your own space, but you can't do it because you haven't got the funds to do so. And I don't know about you, but, having that extra money for me when I was more on the broke side, it seemed I had more month at the end of the money than anything else. It was a blessing when I could start afford things. I mean, yeah, I was young. Yeah, I was in university and all that, but still, I mean, it was difficult. Hi, Mel. Good to see you. And it's one of those things where, I mean, even your own self-value, self-worth can be tied to the amount of money you have in your bank. And I know that once I started having a little bit more and could go out for coffee every now and then go out for a meal every now and then be able to buy extra groceries every now and then, like every time, that was like an upgrade for me. It was wonderful. Having more money was marvelous. That's as simple as that. And if you're like many right now, chances are you have a dream that you just feel can never come true. But what if it could? What if that dream could come true? And after like a few short sessions, you could see an upswing in your income, and you could have that sudden surprise of extra funds that you weren't counting on. So whether it was you got your income taxes now and you thought you were paying and you got a rebate, you got a raise, your boss recognized you for your hard work finally, I mean, the way it feels, right? And you get that extra bonus and maybe even the corner office, who knows? I mean, it means a big deal to have that extra bit of money just for peace of mind at times too, knowing that if you have a sudden thing break in the house, you can afford to have it fixed or replaced. It's a big deal for many people. Many people are struggling. And when I was learning about the Akashic records, one of the things that was worked on was people's money issues. And having had many other modalities, I put them all in. I have been helping people successfully getting their money problems changed around. One lady, she won, it was a lottery of sort. What was it? Publishers Clearinghouse, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Publishers Clearinghouse. Another, her business finally took off. Like, she was not happy. She was in the doldrums. Her business was that of a real estate agent. And yes, houses were going down at that time and so on. But even when they turned around, and now houses, the prices have gone up considerably, and she was not in that market, and she was accustomed to having the $1 million homes. And then all of a sudden, lucky enough to sell, the $250,000 homes. That's a big drop in income. She ended up moving in with her, was her mom, and sleeping on the couch and so on. She had a son in tow. That was not fun for her. And then we did the process that I've done, and I've since added a little bit more to it. But the main process helped her turn things around, and it was just marvelous to see her smiling, and then picking out new furniture for her new place that she could finally afford to have and not have to sleep on her mom's couch anymore. Like, that's a big deal. She turned her, money stories into money realities. So like I said, I've got put together now a 5-step process that, to me, really takes a look at everything that a person needs. Now, like I said, I've been doing the Akashic records, and there is part of that in there, but it's also augmented with the other stuff that I do. And so I start off with the first session of addressing your thoughts, your patterns, your belief systems, and your feelings about money. And I'm going to ask you a tough question. Do you deserve big money miracles? How does that sit with you? Do you go, yeah, of course I do. What's the matter with you? Of course, we all deserve big money miracles. And then you sit with it for a minute and you have these little creeping ideas and thoughts and doubts and so on. And then you realize maybe you don't feel like that, really. On the surface you do. But when you think, the last sentence I spoke was, I can't afford that. That's out of my budget. That costs too much, and it's $5 more than it could have been. And then you argue, it's just the principle of the thing. I don't want to spend that $5 because it's not worth it, or whatever it is. Whatever stories you're telling yourself, are they limiting you or are they freeing you? We'll begin by addressing that elephant in the room and speak to those aspects that, can you believe this, don't even want to heal. There are aspects of you that don't want to heal your money stories or be present in receiving a money healing. That's where we'll begin. We'll address why nothing seems to work for you, why it's not safe to trust having money, and reasons to let money in and allow yourself to heal this ordeal. plain and simple. Having big money miracles truly is an expression of your soul's highest truth. You talk about having a purpose. Your soul has that purpose. I was on 2 weeks ago and talked about your soul's purpose and how several people, we were doing those sessions and what a change around they have had. So it's been wonderful. Well, here is specifically to change your money stories. The second session we'll do is we'll access your past life issues. We'll ask your guides if there is a past life that's holding you back from creating the money that you desire to create, and take you to that past life and show you what happened. And then during that session, you're going to reclaim all the positive beliefs, the attitudes, the mindsets that you had towards money and creating wealth from all your past lives, not just that one that we'll visit, but all your past lives, as well as what your soul has learned about manifesting and creating abundance and prosperity from all of those past lives. And we will bring that information back to the present. We'll go to the past and we'll take back what is rightfully yours and bring it to the present. Next, for the third session, I'm going to be looking at clearing out your childhood blocks from this lifetime. You probably have childhood blocks from previous lifetimes, but with looking at the past in session 2, we need to look at some other things as well. And looking and getting the big picture of the situation that you want to transform to help you move along in the process is important. We'll uncover your biggest pains and what you truly desire to achieve, and find those moments that most powerfully impacted you and your ability to manifest money. So ready or not, we're going in. I promise you, you'll be ready. I promise you. So that was session 3. Session 4, I'm going to teach you how to use your own intuition. And we're going to help you clear your own money energy blocks and get your answers for the future areas that you want to heal. And the goal of this session is to determine the current situation that is now blocking you from manifesting the amount of money you desire, and to alter that through belief shifts and some action steps. You know, it's not going to fall from the sky, guys. I'm sorry. I wish it were true, but that's just not the way it goes. But I promise you, you'll find out why this situation is blocking the flow of money, what needs to shift, and how you can shift that situation. When we go into the Akashic records, we can find those answers. You're going to go along at, I think it's a timeline at that one, and you are going to figure out where it is. Now, you're not going to be alone. I'll be helping you. I'm happy to help you. That's my job. My job is to empower you through that information that will be coming through. So you'll have a step-by-step process that's going to help you. What needs to shift? How can you shift that situation? You know, it's yeah, save money. That's nice. How do you do that when you haven't got 2 cents to rub together, you know, the extra amount? And we look at that. I totally understand what that's like. And then finally, on the 5th one, you're going to see and feel your potential future. You're going to meet your future self, the one that feels right to you, and determine what steps are necessary for you to create your prosperous potential. Like, can you imagine, you know, you're going along your timeline and you realize this one is the one that you feel the most magnetically attracted to. And if for some reason you go, well, what if that isn't the one? So if it's not the one, we go to another one. Like, your the one that's in charge. You're the one that's going to have those turnarounds. And to me, that is a big deal, to be able to pick your own and have that available to you. You know, that's really important. So I've just put in the chat the write-up that I did for this. And I'm still on number 5. So like I said, you're going to meet your future self and determine what steps are necessary for you to create that prosperous potential. You'll get a clear picture of what your new prosperous future looks and feels like. It's a big deal that it feels right to you, because if it doesn't feel right, why would you go to that end? You know, if you end up doing your drudgery job and that's the way you have to make the money, I don't think you're going to be feeling like you want to do it at all. And so we need to find the one that you're happy in, that you want to do this. Because when you have that internal motivation, it's going to help give you that momentum to keep going. Even when things kind of look tough all of a sudden, what the heck? We need you to keep moving forward. So we'll get that clear picture. Then we'll determine the mindset shifts that are needed to create and step into this new version of you. I mean, what is it? You can't get anything new doing the same old, right? You need to have a new state of mind. And I remember Albert Einstein was saying, you know, something to that effect. You can't expect new from your old baseline kind of a thing. It just doesn't go that way. And then, like we have done in the past, we're going to bring back that new energy and incorporate that back into your life. You're going to have that plan of action. Your future self, yes, it has been written. This is more like a movie than we even realize, the way our lives play out. We do have free will and choice, and we can rewrite some of our earlier scripts and get rid of those past limiting beliefs that kept us stuck. And we'll find out again, do you deserve those big money miracles? We'll do a final check-in to see where you're at. We're going to release any other niggly residue that you may have held on to. And then we'll have you claiming your ATM riches. I mean, it's one of those things where you've got to put in some time. You've got to put in some effort. Some of the effort is as simple as, you know, mic drop, pencil drop, whatever it is, right? And it's some of those are going to be that simple. Others might take a little bit of thought processes again. But remember, if we are going into those specific areas using all the tools that I have at my disposal, then I will teach you to help you help yourself, and then have your guides help you, have source help you, your team help you, your energetic team help you, then that's a big deal. That is a big, big deal, I think. And so I would love to see you all just enjoying the riches that you deserve. I mean, what do they say? It is your birthright and so on. I had a problem with that before. I never understood. That's not going through. I never understood why, you know, people could say, well, that's your birthright. Really? It's it's something that just didn't resonate with me before. But now, after having gone through what I've gone through, after having seen what I have seen, after having finally copying and pasted this, there we go. After having shifted my own perspectives and having, more riches. Now I'm not the millionaire, and I don't know that I ever will be the millionaire. I don't know that I even want to be the millionaire, but I'm certainly not going to say no to being the millionaire and then doing with that financial abundance as I wish. But it is a bit of an incremental process. You have to get those mind shifts around. And the thing is, the people that I've worked with in the past, I've done the work for them, and now it's my turn to have them take me through the process, and then I can tell you all the wonderful things that have been happening. So I'll be looking forward to when it's my turn, because I deserve it just as much as anybody else, just as much as the next guy, that kind of a thing, right? So I am looking forward to being of service to you in whatever way that I can. This money mindset shift, change, erasing those patterns, those habits, those limiting whatever it was at the root, at the source of where they first came from, to me is the key. And the clients that I've worked with so far have proven it. So now I felt confident and competent enough to bring that out to y'all. And I just wish you all the best. Lord knows we could all use that extra funds and have that breathing room. With the prices going up so much, it's crazy. I now go to the grocery store, and my $60 bill is now $100 easily. You go a few times in a week, that adds up. It's unreal. And then of course the housing, whatever it is to look after. You're welcome, Mel. I appreciate that. To take care of your household, the lights, the electricity, the gas, the water, the heat, that's all gone up. My bills, I think, have doubled this last year. And it's just horrendous. We've got to find ways to help us help ourselves. We've got to get rid of those things that are anchoring us down into that negative abyss. We don't need that. We didn't sign up for this. Well, actually we did. That's part of the stuff that I'll be helping you release. But yeah, I want nothing but the best for y'all. So I'm going to say thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. And let me know if you have further questions. You can ask me through Facebook. You can ask me through a DM. You can check my website. Whatever it is that is going to help you get what you're desiring. Like, really, we all need a hand up, and this is one way to help you do so. I'm just trying to get one more. Here it is. My simple website. There we go. So I've put that in now too. And just think on it. There are 5 sessions to go through, and I have it set up that you can do as many as you wish. I would recommend don't do them back to back to back. I do have them at an hour and 20 minutes, I think. Some I'll need more time, some I'll need less time. So I kind of went for a mark in the middle. And what I've done is I've priced it out per session. And then that way, okay, so you can, afford this amount this time, and we'll work on that process. You absorb it in, you work with it, you ask questions because all of a sudden you didn't understand something or whatever it is. And we help you move forward, take those steps forward, do what is necessary for you to help yourself. And then enjoy that abundance that's coming your way. That is your soul's expression. So I hope that this was of service to you. It's my intention to be of service in whatever way possible. And this was the one that I thought was next on the list to help you and help you help yourself. All right, people. I thank you very much for your time, and I hope to see you, telling stories on the internet. I won this. I got a raise there. I got a discount here. Something that was supposed to cost, well, my own personal one today. I went to do my taxes. It was going to cost me $259. 259, 157, something like that. Ended up paying only 115. I mean, 100 and some bucks is 100 and some bucks. That's an extra beautiful amount of groceries for me. I can order them in and not have to worry about the service charge because I had that extra bit of money, right? It all adds up. It all adds up. So wishing you the best, wishing you great wealth and health, of course. Monika Dena Huppertz here of Whole Heart Energy, wishing you all the best, and may God bless. Bye-bye, y'all. Bye, Mel. Thanks for saying hi. I so appreciate you so much. It means so much to me. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.